Ugh.
Just preparing?
I honestly forgot we were listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you just, like, zone out?
Yeah, because like an hour ago, I felt like I was dead, and I'm still coming out of it.
Fair enough.
Roger Daltrey and baked beans. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what that has to do with that today.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, when I said they can't, my mic picked back up on stream.
Mind Quad. I think it's just because you're gay.
Ah, I know. Okay, can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me now? Should be able to. You can hear for a second, then it goes away. Well, can you? Okay. Make sure it's picking up the right Discord.
Kenobi.
It is picking up the right. That. All right, you two say something just to make sure they can hear you.
No.
Okay, they can definitely hear you.
I don't do it.
What's up, Hugo? Okay, sorry about that. I have no idea what's going on with the stream audio. It's being a little funky tonight. I don't really know why. Yeah, I don't know. New Noah angle drop. Yeah, Noah got a new webcam. That's why. Bit better quality.
Yay.
This is a great album. You ready? All right, let me make sure you can all hear.
What's the word?
Can describe it. And I'd be okay with that. Probably.
Okay, they can still hear you. That's good. All right. Well, let's get it rolling, shall we? What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Hugo, Rickster, Andrew? How's everyone doing tonight? All right. You guys ready to start?
Yeah.
Let's do it. No. Well, you're starting anyway.
No, I am.
Okay. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Three Idiots Talking podcast.
The only
Today,
reaction channel on YouTube.
we do happen to be the only reaction channel on YouTube, and today the only reaction channel on YouTube is going to be reacting to Pink Floyd's second, aka sophomore album, A Saucer Full of Secrets. Came out in 1968, 7 songs long, 39 minutes total. A relatively short album in the Pink Floyd discography, or just anyone's discography, really. Very unique album cover. One of the most just chaotic and astral and a whole bunch of other things. I think there's wine bottles on the cover. I mean, it's a very, very Pink Floyd-esque cover. But yeah, this is our second album by Pink Floyd. We are doing the Pink Floyd and Radiohead discographies in order. So that means start to finish, from when they debuted to when they basically stopped making music. Noah, being that this is your band, good sir, there is a little bit different with this album from Pink Floyd. Tell us what the big difference is from their first one.
David Gilmour joins the band. Syd Barrett becomes less part of the band, becomes more detached with reality. So everybody kind of has to, pick up the slack. And this album, songwriting-wise, is a lot more spread out as to who writes what. And and they're gonna do that a couple times for the next couple albums.
Right. So David Gilmour joins, who will be there for the rest of their discography. What instrument does he take over? What does his main role become?
He plays the guitar.
The guitar. All right. Now, does he do a little bit of songwriting as well? Because I know Roger Waters and him kind of split duties. What is his songwriting on this album?
On this album, I don't think he writes a single song.
Okay. So is this more Waters and Barrett, or is this the whole band?
Does he start singing yet?
Waters, Barrett, Richard Wright, and yes, he does start singing.
And he does start singing. Okay, so Barrett has his, let's just call it mental issues that he's going through at this stage in his life, and he starts pulling away from the band. Saucerful, how much is he on it? Because we were debating about this beforehand. How many of these songs is Syd Barrett actually on? Do you know?
One.
Just one. Okay, but he did write.
As far as I know.
He wrote more than one, though, correct?
No, he just wrote one.
Just one, and he's only on one. Now, what song is he on?
The final song.
Jug Band Blues. All right, fair enough. Okay, so the rest of it's written by the rest of the Pink Floyd members, Saucerful of Secrets. Now, at this time, Pink Floyd was not very big yet, correct? This is not when they had their big breakout yet.
Okay, he's actually on 2 songs. Somebody has more
Oh.
education than me.
Okay, so, all right, what 2 songs is he on?
Jug Band Blues, Remember a Day.
Remember a Day. Okay, so Pink Floyd as a band, they just have put out Piper, the release. Now Saucer comes, I believe, a year later, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is before they become a sort of internationally known, start selling millions and millions of albums, correct? They're still finding their stride, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you think we should know about this album? I mean, it's a fairly short album, only 39 minutes. Not a whole lot to talk about pre-hand. Cole?
Yeah, and Pink Floyd are a pretty private band.
Pink Floyd are a pretty private band. Cole, do you have anything you want to share about this album?
Nah.
Okay, we'll let the album speak for itself. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are into it. Saucerful of Secrets, Pink Floyd, starting off with Let There Be More Light. This sounds like the Home Depot theme
Down to
song.
Home Depot.
Yeah.
Wow. Piece of lumber. We're doers.
What's up, Cosmic? What's up, Random Casual Gamer? What's up, Patrick Rasmussen? Welcome to the stream. That guitar move over. Switches sides. What is that instrument on the left ear track?
There's a drum, a bass, and a keyboard.
Yes, there is.
Super quiet. I turned you up.
It is drum, bass, keyboard.
Farfisa organ. Wow. Back then, Pink Floyd was up with Frigid Pink. What is that?
No idea.
Wow. Well, Random Casual Gamer, you're gonna hear this song. You can already hear the difference in guitar playing.
Have they played a guitar?
According to Hugo, I think there is a guitar. What a foreshadow that becomes. I don't even know if they intentionally did that, but that is awesome.
This was
It's
after
not- that's-
Sgt. Pepper's.
It's a reference. It's not foreshadowing.
Oh. How did I get my bands mixed up right there? Jeez. What a terrible tragedy that was. I thought I heard it at the beginning too, Hugo. I don't know what Cole's tripping on.
What?
The guitar.
That was bass.
That's a guitar. The opening
Yeah.
riff is a bass.
Well, it sounds better.
No shit, Sid Barrett's a terrible guitar player.
This has nothing to do with Sid Barrett. That had nothing to do with Sid Barrett, though.
The
That was a bass.
guitar playing on the... No, he's talking about Piper.
Okay. Let's not get Piper hating. We're past it.
Now, is this David?
Yes.
Richard and David.
What guitar sounds that low, man?
I thought it was a guitar too. Don't feel bad. What's up, James Diamond?
What on earth? If that was a guitar, what in the hell did they do with it?
Oh yeah. What a cool little... I guess you could call that a solo. To end this song. Alright. That was Let There Be More Light.
Great title.
Ain't it?
Indeed. It is a great title. Alright, you know what? If you don't mind, I'd like to start out because I have a fairly interesting opinion. So, never been a huge early Pink Floyd fan. That being said, I should have said, never been a huge early Pink Floyd singing fan from their first few albums. That being said, I do believe somebody said this is Roger Waters doing the vocals on this song.
Nope. That's
No.
Sid Barrett.
Okay, I thought he
It's
was on.
absolutely not Roger Waters singing. There's no way that's Roger Waters
I
singing.
thought he was only on 2 different songs, so I'm a little confused. Noah, can you clarify?
Wait, about what?
Is this Roger Waters or Sid Barrett singing?
Neither.
Neither.
It
Okay.
has to be Sid. Okay.
That is Richard Wright, who sings
Where you
the
go,
quieter
dun,
parts,
dun,
softer parts.
dun.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
And then
okay.
it's David Gilmour, because David Gilmour's in a phase of trying to sound like Sid Barrett.
See,
That's how I see it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. If it's whoever it is, Mr.
Okay.
Wright in this sense, I'll say this: I like the sort of ba thing he's doing the whole time. It's not. I wouldn't want this to be the entire album, but doing it for a short, maybe not short, but a 5.5 minute long song, it feels like it works as a tone setter for this album. It really does. I have a very certain vibe this creates, a very ethereal vibe. And you can definitely get that, but not just the song, but the album cover as well. There's going to be a very certain dynamic shift we're about to enter with Floyd. And I like the start. I relatively like the instrumental. I think it's some good choices for the most part. I think maybe you could have probably let the guitar be I don't know. Maybe the guitar probably didn't need to travel through the different, like in mono into stereo and away or left and right ears as much as it did. Not a huge fan of that. Never have been. That being said, a good opener with some good lyrics. No real issues. I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Noah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a banger. Really nice bass parts. This is still when Roger cared about making interesting bass parts. Lyrics are really out there, but I mean, it's early Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Vocals sounded good in my opinion. The guitar solo was solid. It was, it wasn't too much going on. It was just some psychedelic stuff. I enjoy this song. I think it's good. Overall, I'd give it an 8.
Okay. Cole?
I really didn't think I would come away as the biggest fan of this song. but
Wow.
here we are.
Okay.
This is probably my. This might be my favorite song of their first two albums, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. I
Wow.
think it's been some pretty damn good psychedelic rock going on here. Because it doesn't get into all the bullshit. He actually keeps it structured.
did.
I mean,
It did.
I love the opening. 99% sure that is a bass riff.
Okay, if it is. It
Whatever.
is.
I just think it's a really cool, really weird, really unique song, but I think they do it really, really well. It's really catchy, even for how psychedelic it is. I think they do a great job here.
Sure.
I'll give it an 8.5 to a 9.
8.5 to a 9. Wow, the highest rating Cole's given any song in the first two albums. Granted, we are only at the start of the second album, but wow. Okay, let's see. We got a not bad by any means, but not my favorite. Random Casual Gamer gives it a 6. Roger just added the whispering. It's Rick singing the verse, then David. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Good introduction, good mood setter, nothing special, nothing memorable. Would not listen to the song on its own ever. 7 out of 10 from Jonathan. I shall give Ryan an 11. I don't know what I deserve to deserve that, but thank you. Ryan's like a pro anchorman. Okay. Great bass line in the beginning, really good chorus, good singing. 8.5 to 9 by Hugo. Big fan, right up there with Cole. This is when stereo first came out and they were experimenting. It's a 6. I mean, I get that. I don't know, man. The back and forth traveling part where it goes in and out, not a fan. Will never like it. 8+ from Rickster. 4.6 from James Diamond, called it boring. All right. Don't know if that was boring. I disagree with that. All right. Welcome to the stream, all the new people who are here. Patrick, Jeffrey, Wolf, anyone else who's here for the first time, welcome. All right. Up next, Remember a Day. That was a weird sound they just made.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get used to that, yeah.
Now this is very different for Floyd.
This is fun.
It's actually a really good vocal melody.
It is Let Rick Cook.
This sounds like so early Beatles.
This sounds nothing like early Beatles because it's psychedelic.
Not the instrumental, the vocals. I should have specified more.
Even the vocal melody is a little psychedelic.
A little, a drag out for sure, but the way they're singing in like a high pitched kind of, not high pitched, but like a softer high pitched voice with like a chorus effect definitely sounds like early
It
Beatles.
sounds like some Revolver shit.
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's not
not
that
early
early.
Beatles.
I should more like 64 or something.
No. It's still not
Revolver
a
67?
comparison. 66.
Whatever.
You're dropping albums every year. It's very specific.
Well, if this came out in 68, is that when they came out, Noah?
Wait, what? Revolver?
Saucer.
Oh, Saucer is just 68.
So it would have been 2 years after Revolver, which means they would have heard the Beatles by now.
Yes, they were very aware of the Beatles. That's
Yes.
why they referenced the Beatles song in the last song.
And recorded in the same studio on their last album as
I'm just
the
saying, you can
Beatles.
see where the influence for the vocal melody comes from.
Yes, you said early Beatles.
Okay,
No,
whatever.
it's not early.
64 is early Beatles, that's true. But I was wrong about
Yeah,
that.
I know. 64 is early Beatles. That's why I said he was wrong.
12
Doesn't sound
when this
like.
came out, Rickster. Wow. Welcome. Thank you for staying around with us. My parents didn't exist when this came out.
Yeah.
My
Not
parents
mine
was
either.
one. I'm gonna have a controversial opinion about this one.
I wonder what this controversial opinion's gonna be.
I can't imagine my opinion be controversial. It's pretty far away. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean.
Who's the lead singer of this song?
That is Rick.
Around the back of my head.
Yeah. They are definitely looping it around.
Bringing it around town.
What's up, High Super? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a controversial opinion on this one. Okie dokie. That was Remember a Day. Cole, you start us out.
Well, let me just say, somehow in this era they managed to come out with two good songs to start an album. Because this is a little humdinger as well right here. Love the vocal melody. Think it's fantastic. And they never really go too incoherent with the psychedelic elements of this. They keep it pretty down to earth, which I appreciate and enjoy more so. Really, the only complaint I have about it is that on the production on the instrumental is terrible. Like, it's just mixed so badly. It's just all over the place production wise. I mean, it kind of just devolves into blobs of sound at certain points.
That's a fair point.
I suppose I don't love his vocals at the very, very end of the song. They're a little awkward sounding, but outside of that, I think he did pretty damn good vocally. I'll throw it an 8.5.
Wow. Noah.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty close to Cole here. Verses are really good. Rick sounds really good. Instrumental is interesting. I just don't get how they formed their instrumentals at this point, because the parts themselves are really weird, but when they all come together, they're a little more normal, I guess.
Sorta.
But I mean, overall, I think this is a really good song. A little better than the previous. I'd give it a 9.
9. Okay. So I agree with the instrumentals. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy the style they went with, a bit psychedelic. They're going back to a little bit of their roots with their debut album where they were very psychedelic. But so here's the hot take I guess I have. Cole, you mentioned the vocals. I don't like them at all. I don't think he sounds good at all. And I'm sorry, Pink Floyd fans. I'm sure you guys are huge Richard Wright fans. I'm sure you guys love him.
Yes, we are.
I am. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I can't stand the vocals on this. I am not a fan. I don't like how they're trying. If he's trying to sound like the Beatles off of Revolver or just the Beatles in general, it don't work. It didn't hit. It didn't feel the same. And with the instrumental they chose, it definitely did not work. I do not feel... I mean, I can kind of see the psychedelic vocals, but I didn't feel like it made any sense with this instrumental. I really didn't like how the vocals evolved throughout the song, and he just started doing like, remember, and just like falling off, almost like lazily finishing it. Couldn't stand that. And I didn't like the lyrics that much either. I'm sorry. The vocals just lyrically, vocally, melodically, not for me. Instrumentally, it was very good. Mixing was an issue, like Cole said, but instrumentally is good. Unfortunately, if you're going to have, in my opinion, a bad vocal and lyrical performance, but you have a good instrumental, you're going to get a pretty mid rating. So I'm going to throw this a 5.5 to a 6. Not my style of early rock music. Just, I guess it's not early rock, but not my style of early psychedelic rock music. Just didn't quite hit yet. Sorry, Floyders. I apologize. Not really. I don't really care. Okay, let's see what we got.
Wow.
Sorry. I mean, hey, you're free to disagree. This is a 9. One song I enjoy for the record. I am 70. I have all the albums stored somewhere. I can't find them. This song is an 8. So is it a 9 or an 8? Well, okay. Either way. Nice. That was Jeffrey. This is hot garbage. 3.9 from Mr. Diamond. 9.8. Love it. Rickster's music. Big fan. Still like this song more than the previous. It's between a 7.5 or 8 from Jonathan. Don't worry, guys. The next 2 albums are great, right? Mark Rayner giving us a little foreshadowing.
Sure, bud.
More is underrated.
Sure.
What's up, average listener? Welcome to the stream. Pretty standard 60s song from Jonathan. 6.5 filler, in my honest opinion, from Patrick. Don't know what to rank it from Cosmic. That's tough. Right on, Cole. Sounds like they're on acid. Oh, you lowered your rating from a 3.9 to a 3.8. Big difference.
That
right
mattered.
There. That hit.
That was key. That was crucial.
It goes from an F to an F.
Ooh, if they're on acid, then it should be an 11. That is a wild opinion, Cosmo.
I don't know
how that makes sense. Right. Late coming to the chat, lifelong Peak Floyd fan. Welcome to Carolina Heatherins. I hope I didn't just stir you away from with my ranking. I cannot Okay, I don't know how you said it. How song the similar is to the 60s band Love, but Love did it 10 times better. Pink Floyd never tried to sound like the Beatles. I didn't say they tried to sound like them. I said their vocals sounded like them.
Certainly inspired by aspects of the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, I think any rock band
at least
had to be a little inspired by them.
I would say really only these 2 albums were. Everything after this is...
That's true. They became their own sound after the start. They definitely become their own sound. No doubt. I'm going to just rate a 7 to a 7.5. Okay, Jonathan. Gonna agree with most of what Cole said. Don't think the vocals or mixing was that bad, but there were issues. 8.5. All right, Hugo, fair enough. All right, moving on to the hell is it? Jesus, this title's long. Set the controls for the Heart of the Sun. Wow. David Gilmour's solo albums are awesome. I've never heard one.
I've heard all of them.
Wow.
The duality of man.
I've never heard one. I've heard them all.
I think they're pretty good.
Because if they were on acid, then they were having fun is why. Okay, but how does it make the song better?
I was indifferent to the one David Gilmour album I heard.
We Would Love the band Love? I don't know them. Cole, do you know them?
I don't. Yeah, they're known for an album called Forever Changes. I know I've heard it before, I just don't really remember it.
This vibe, automatically better than the previous song.
Oh my god.
Love this so much more.
I wish Roger didn't sing it.
At least it doesn't sound bad yet.
We have a differing opinion.
A little low on the vocals, though. Needs to actually put some effort into it. You can sound like you're whispering without sounding like you're being lazy. Come on, bro. Pronunciate.
He doesn't know.
I've heard this album maybe once. Maybe.
He isn't unaware.
Over the Mountain, Watching the Watcher.
I've always had the same opinion about this album, and I cannot wait to express it.
11 just for the title of the song.
Love is the shadow that ripens the wine. That's a fucking stupid lyric.
I just love this instrumental. This is such a vibe. Oh, come on. Roger. Brother.
What were you expecting from him?
Pronunciate, my guy! Like, that's not words.
He said the heart of the song.
I know what he said, but he's not saying it. It's word vomit. He's just throwing it out. Mark, that probably is the least looked forward to song of the entire Floyd discography.
I'm looking forward to it.
They have worse songs.
Oh, yes, they do.
I don't think they do.
Yes, they do.
They have like a
of
whole
it.
album full of worse songs.
What album?
Guma Guma.
Oh, yeah. But Alan's Psychedelic Breath is barely a song.
There's really only the one. I mean, most of Alan's Psychedelic Breath is just boring. And one part is just. And then there's that one terrible part.
I have a question for you Pink Floyd diehards out there. Do you enjoy this style of singing? Like, if he was actually, like, fully pronouncing his words, wouldn't you enjoy that more? If it didn't just, like, sound like he's barely saying the things.
I have no issue with it. It makes no difference to me, really.
I don't think he's whispering badly. I just don't like his voice that much.
I think his voice is fine. It's the fact that he's not speaking them clearly.
I don't know what else.
This
he's
part
whispering.
is
What else-
terrible.
I don't know how you whisper these words differently.
I don't really know how to explain other than exactly what he's doing right now. This word.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you want him to do.
I want him to pronunciate things. Like, give me an actual word instead of.
That's not what he's doing.
It sounds like it's like dribbling out of his, like he's drooling.
It
out.
doesn't.
It does.
Thank you, Hugo. We're gonna be fighting a battle on that album.
Never been a big Roger fan. I like him a lot more on the wall than Cole does. Right there.
Wow. Spoiler alert.
I didn't say what Cole gives the wall.
They disclosed some opinions.
Oh, do they only do that live? Does he only do that live, Noah?
What?
Does he only scream his brains out live?
Does he do that at the end of the song?
That's careful with that axe, Eugene, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Okay. All right, that was Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun. A very odd title from a very odd little band, but we like them anyway. Noah, let's start you off here.
This song in the Pink Floyd fandom has always been a little overrated.
I would think this would be underrated.
It's not. Trust me.
Okay.
For the things that happen in the song, it's too long. That's what I'm gonna say. Not a big fan of when he's just repeating the heart of the sun. Besides that, every other part, it's fine. It's just chill. It has a nice bass and keyboard riff. I'd give it a 7.5.
7.5. All right, so I'll get my drama out of the way. You all heard my opinion on the way he's singing this song. I just don't think it's very good. Now, lyrically, I do think it's good. I don't like the repeated hook, the heart of the sun. He sounds like he's just barely even speaking at that point. I hate lazy singing. I just do. And this is like the ultimate example of lazy singing, where you're just barely saying words just enough so you can actually understand them, but they don't sound good, and that's what he does in this song. So no, not a fan of that. That being said, instrumental melody is fantastic. Love the instrumental. I love the xylophone. I assume that's what that is. Maybe it was a keyboard. Love the xylophone effect. Love the background bass that's happening the whole time. Think it's a absolute vibe setter, and I love the atmosphere they're creating here. Huge fan of it. If the vocals were better, this would be a much better song. So 6.5 to 7. This could be a 8 or even a 9 if the vocals were better. Cole.
Well, I have a problem with the vocals, but it's like the complete opposite. I don't know what else he's supposed to like. I don't have a problem with the way he's singing. I just don't really like Roger Waters' voice, really, ever. Except on like Animals, pretty much, and even then they're just fine. I mean, he's obviously whispering. I don't know how many ways there are to sing words, so I have no idea what your complaint there is about. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't want to do a whole argument about it.
To me, the song is totally about atmosphere, and I think they do a pretty good job. I like the atmosphere. It's cool. It's very space rock-esque, I think.
Sure.
Very floaty. Just kind of feel like it's a vibe, honestly.
Yeah,
it's just a vibe.
It sounds cringe to say that word, but when it's the right word, it's the right word.
It's just I enjoy the atmosphere quite a bit. I'll throw it at 8 to an 8.5.
Wow, Cole's been just high beaming the start of the start of the second album. Very surprising to see. All right, chat. Oh, what's up, Tarny? Welcome. Mark Rayner gives it a 5. Shocker, Cole doesn't think The Wall is a 10. Hugo, I'm not going to give any more spoilers.
People do think The Wall is a 10.
Iceru with an 8.5. A Random Casual Gamer, good vibe, 7.5. 7.5 from Jonathan. Oregon's your favorite part. Weak background music, 3.2 from Mr. Diamond. It's been a rough album for him to start. 11 from Cosmic, of course, because of the fantastic title. You and James Diamond with your opinions, just very unique. Music, Rickster gives it an 8+. He can remember when it was recorded. Jeez. Lyrics are for a bit silly. Sing about nothing and seems pretentious, but you love the vibe. Fair enough. Jethro Tull fucking sucks. I don't know how we started talking about Jethro Tull out of nowhere, but all right. Pompeii and Uma Guma version are great in your opinion. Average listener, what are you referring to? Let us know in the comments below. Oh my god, is that Knox in the chat? Look at Knox joining our chat. Wow. Okay. What a guy. All right, up next, Corporal Clegg.
This could be fun.
The Wall is a 10. Wow. All right, Iceru.
No, it's not. Oh my god. That hurts.
No, it doesn't.
That was awful.
What? Who is singing? Who is this?
That part? I'm pretty sure it's Nick Mason.
For me, a headache.
This is contrast done terribly. Ian is the fucking Pied Piper. What? I don't know what is happening. You must be proud of him.
David Butler wall pedal.
Right. And who's singing this? Is this still
2 people?
Just a couple people.
And they all manage to sound bad.
This is good.
Oh! Is that a kazoo?
Yeah.
What?
I don't care what anybody says. That's good.
It's kind of bopping. It was just so surprising. I don't think I've ever heard anyone play kazoo before. Except on, like, kids' television shows.
It's so good.
Wow, that's not good.
My ear went a little numb right there.
like a flashbang.
Yes. It tried to deter that noise.
They do it again.
Oh, that guitar! Pink Floyd featuring Kazoo Kiss. You must be proud of him. Mrs. Clay, another drop of gin. Oh,
we're grooving now. We're grooving now.
No way, it has. Oh, wow. Oh, look at Cole. He's into it. This is like something on Sergeant Pepper, man.
I like this more than a good bit of Sgt. Pepper's.
It's kind of groovy. Now we're losing it. It's kind of groovy. What's up, Joe Lucas? And it just cuts off. Okay, all right, wow. Yeah, Corporal Clegg. Wow, it has been I feel like I've heard that, but I don't remember it because it all caught me off guard. I don't know. Let's start with Cole, who is grooving a bit to the kazoo.
I mean, the kazoo is funny. It's silly as hell. I like the chorus part where they bring out the wah pedal. That's pretty cool. The melody there is pretty solid. But holy fuck, the other guitar that's playing genuinely hurt my ear, and it genuinely gave me a little headache. Not a fan at all. Just fucking terrible guitar tone. Way too squealy, way too high pitched, way too loud to do that. Really does a number on what the score of that song could have been. And there's just some other parts that I don't really care for that much. Feeling like a 6.5.
6 to a 6.5. Yeah, the kazoo is something. It kind of startles you, and you're like, "Is this a fucking kazoo?" And is this real life? And then it kind of gets a little groovy, and you start enjoying it, even though it sounds. I mean, you would never want to hear that in real life, but they somehow kind of make it work with the instrumental. It's surprising. I agree with what Cole said about the guitar. That was an ear-piercing guitar that popped in a couple different times, and that just was bad. Not a fan. Also, not a fan of vocals on certain parts, like when they would do the stupid voice effect. Whoever was doing that voice effect, I think Noah, you said it was Nick Mason.
Yep.
Well, that was bad. The rest of the vocals were good, and the lyrics were kind of silly, funny, / a little interesting to read, so that was cool. I'm gonna just go a flat out 7. I have nothing really, truly that's sitting there like, God, I never want to listen to that song again, but I also probably wouldn't listen to it very much. No.
You guys are overhating. You guys are severely overhating.
Corporal Clegg savant.
Oh, yes, I am. This is getting bumped in the trap house. First things first.
Walking in and you hear that fucking kazoo.
It has a good riff that's that bum dum bum bum bum. I can't go that low, but I can't do it. But you know what I mean. As Cole said, the wah pedal part, like the bridge into the little instrumental hook with the kazoo, which is awesome, is
It's
banging.
certainly something.
Only one thing I really have an issue with is it gets a little chaotic near the end of the song. I don't find anything really ear piercing. Maybe I'm just used to it.
Yeah,
I'll give it
definitely.
a 9.
Oh my God! Corporal Clegg gets a 9.
I've always loved this song.
Wow. Okay. And you're not alone, because Patrick Rasmussen just says best kazoo tone in the history of recorded music, a 9 out of 10 as well. There it
How many
is.
kazoo tones are there?
I don't know. I'm not aware. All right, let's see. Let's go. I fuck with this. Okay, there's some Corporal Clegg fans in the chat. Corporal Clegg is the best song apart from the Sid Barrett Depression session at the end. 10 out of 10 from Mark Rayner. Wow. Damn.
You're hating.
Okay. Jonathan says, actually, no opinion change. Not my favorite. Previous one still is, but fun song. 707.5. That is being bumped on loop in I See Roost Trap House. Sean Dent for Floyd. This is a 4. Wow, I'm not a fan. Kazoo makes a 7+. Love it from Rickster. 6 from Cosmic. I think Corporal Clegg is about Roger's dad. Not quite sure.
It is, yeah.
Random Casual Gamer. Karma Police sounding ass ending. Kazoo saved this from being a 0, a 1 out of 10. Is a Kazoo fan, not a Clegg fan. Very interesting. Jeffrey Wolf with an 8. 9 from Hugo says it's so fun. Kazoo Master Race. All right, Patrick, and gives us 7.5. All right, up next, title track with no lyrics. Look at that.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I'm just recognizing that I don't remember this album at all. So this feels like almost... Oh, I didn't even see Mr. Piggy at 5. Mr. Piggy FNAF 10. This shit song peak. Damn.
True. Oh boy, to go into this song with no idea of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't remember this album at all. I think we may have listened to it once like 2 years ago, and it's just gone from my memory.
You're in for a trip. Whether it's good or bad, we'll see.
This is giving me very heavy psychedelic feel so far. That kazoo did go crazy, Knox. This is some horror movie vibes, heavy right here. Sounds like it should be opening soundtrack of Nosferatu. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jonathan. You're in like Dracula's castle or some shit right here.
It's definitely building a bit of tension. And then starts doing that.
Echoes pre-alpha. Whoa. this is a 12-minute song. Oh.
Yeah.
See you, Patrick. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the basketball. Okay. I'm a little uncomfortable right now.
It's about to get a whole lot more annoying.
Indeed, Mark, we're going through their whole discography. That means all of them. Bumping this in your trap house, I assume?
You know what? I guess this song has trap house status.
Okay, I was understanding the first part, but now I'm a little confused as to what they're trying to get away with here.
I mean, this is really more avant-garde than it's more just like psychedelic, experimental rock.
Yes, we're doing Endless River.
This song moves like molasses. This song is so long.
Okay. This is gritty. Oh my god, we're only halfway done. Okay. Is the fact that they have a background drum melody the only thing that they thought would make this listenable?
Come on, man. Psychedelic.
Just slapping a psychedelic on a label on a song does not make it listenable. Okay. Far better vibe they've already created here.
We're about to bring it back a little bit.
Sounds a lot like the beginning of the song. Again.
Pink.
Brutal, Sean.
Did my mic pick that up?
I heard you say pink.
Said thank you.
Oh.
Now this. God, I wish we were listening to the live at. If we were listening to live at Pompeii version, this would get a higher rating.
I mean, sounds so dated, but
oh yeah,
kind of pretty.
Now that is a piano.
It's like a pipe organ.
I mean, it's the same class. Yeah, Mad Echoes vibes here, I agree.
I love when he says something with so much confidence, and he's just like a little wrong.
I just don't care if I get told it's slightly different. We do keep getting told the live versions of this are better.
Yep. Because it is.
You can tell Uma Guma is close.
You can feel it.
A lot more annoying than this.
Is Uma Guma next?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so. Is that or more?
Oh, man.
Me and the fellas in the middle school bathroom.
Why would you say that? What the hell? More is next? Okay. I gotta admit, this is pretty great. This is pretty damn good.
It's okay.
It's more epic on the other one, the live one.
Sure, I'm sure it is, but this sounds awesome.
I mean, it's definitely an improvement
compared to where we were at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. We went through like 7 or 8 minutes of rough, and we're getting like 4 minutes of good.
Ooh. Oh man, that almost made that worth it. Almost. Let's start with Cole. I'd like to hear your opinion on this one.
Most of that is entirely forgettable and just like so whatever. And it just kind of felt like they needed to put some big psychedelic piece in here because Syd Barrett did a lot of psychedelic stuff and his songs were kind of long, so we should too. And that's where they ended up with this. The organ part is kind of pretty. But the group vocals are kind of uncoordinated. It sound a little off. Doesn't really. They don't really know how to harmonize with each other quite yet. Yeah, most of that is really forgettable to me. I give it like a 5 to a 5.5.
5 to a 5.5. Yeah, I had completely forgotten this song existed. I hated pretty much everything in the middle. Just found it to be awful. That being said, I did like the start. It was a very mood setting, very tone setting. It was very creepy. It created a very unique atmosphere. Very, I think someone said like you're walking inside Dracula's castle. You just, you feel like any corner you go down to, you're going to be just in a horror scene. And that's a really cool mood. They've done a couple of those songs in this album where they created some very nice vibes. Then you have the whole middle piece, which is about 6 or some minutes long, and it's just terrible. Can't hate. Did no 0 on the middle. That being said, the end almost made that 6 minutes worth it, but I would never listen to it again. I'm gonna have to be fair to most songs that don't sound like that, and give this fair rating of like a 4 to a 4.5. Noah.
Oh boy, this one's a little rough. The intro is solid, a little spooky. Then we go through like 7 minutes of shit. Like I think it's respectfully just fucking sucks. I really like the live version of this, but the studio one has never clicked for me. And then we go to the last part, which sounds really good. I don't know. It's just like, why would I ever listen to this version when I can listen to the live version? This one has never really done it for me. I'd give this a 6.
I mean, I can see how this sounding even more majestic during the live version would be making this a higher ranking, but I even still, it's not getting above a 7, even if it sounds incredible at the end. All right, let's see. The live version of the song is so much better. We have been told. More is next. Yes. 1.2, a tenth of a point for each minute from Sean Dent. That's brutal. Let's see. 0 out of 10, just noise from Mark. My favorite song, Out of Chaos Brings Peace, a 9. My favorite song from the album, Pompeii version is better in 72 though. Okay, Jeffrey. Never ask a Saucerful Secrets fan how much they listen to the title track. Who here is there anyone here who's a big Saucerful Secrets fan? Like, because there are a couple people who voted that this is a top 5 Pink Floyd album. So yeah. I'd like to see if they're big Saucer fans. Ending sequence saved it from a 0, 1 out of 10. And keep remembering the era this album was produced. You love it. All right, Rickster, fair enough. 6 out of 10 from Hugo. Don't know about most of the song. There are some cool vibes, but you're right. It is paced like hot molasses. Up next, Seesaw. Average listener, you are a Saucer fan.
We're back.
Like that. This album is the worst good Pink Floyd album. It's an interesting description. This guy vocally is not very talented. I hope this is not Gilmore.
Rick Wright is a good singer.
He is a good singer.
Not doing it for me. Obscured by Clouds is the best Floyd album?
No.
Interesting.
No, it is not!
What an unseasoned choice.
That is just you trying to be edgy. That is all that is.
She's backing it up.
Okay, there's a difference between
all she did was say the same thing.
Yeah, there's a difference between backing something up and just doubling down.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just that she's doubling down. Nah, hide from it.
Why is it the best Pink Floyd album?
Okay, you know what? He doesn't sound vocally bad. I just think the way he's singing these lines are not great. I guess maybe the pacing on his vocals is not great.
Shit.
What the fuck is this?
Hell yeah.
Salt life. Did this need to be this long?
Yes. This is Bob.
More is underrated as fuck. I've never heard more. All right, that was Seesaw. Very interesting little track. It was a little different than what they've been doing so far. No, we'll start with you on this one.
And this song is very pretty. Very nice vocal melody. The little parts that come in between that connect them together are interesting. Got some weird, like, this weird keyboard that's trying to sound like a horn. With this little xylophone line sliding down.
Yeah,
I fuck with
sound.
it. I fuck with it. I think this is a great song. And the ending is great. Love the backing vocals. Just whimsical. I'm feeling a 9.
Wow. That is not a 9. That is insane. Holy cow. Okay.
My goodness.
Yeah, let me go. So I guess it took me a little bit to determine, but it's not the vocal performance, it's the way he's singing. It's the way he's singing certain lines. He's like, he ends the line like halfway through it, and then he finishes out the line on the next part that he sings, and then he's like, he extends some, and then he shorts them. And it's very hard to kind of sway with the way he's singing or even try to sing along in your head because he's doing it almost off on every single line that he sings. And I don't know. It's the pacing of the way he's singing that I didn't appreciate. Somebody asked, what does this mean? Song, explain to me what it means lyrically. I literally think it's just talking about going on a seesaw. I think it's that simple. Now, Noah, you might be able to correct me on that, but I do think it's literally just talking about going to a playground to get on a seesaw.
Yeah, man. Of course.
I don't think there's some hidden metaphor or anything. I think it's that simple. I'll say the pacing of the song is not my favorite. I certainly didn't like I didn't love the whole Beatles, Beach Boys aesthetic they were coming up with. It's not the worst on this album. 6.5. Cool.
I mean, for a song that's trying to be really mellow and pretty, I just don't think the melodies are that, like, memorable. I don't think I would ever come back to this song outside the context of the album. I don't know, this part of the album just feels really whatever to me. Just uneventful and kind of uninteresting. And just really forgettable. But, I mean, it's not terrible. I'll throw it a 6.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Green is the color of one of the prettiest songs ever. Okay. There's 9 Pink Floyd albums worth listening to. This is the 9th. Wow. Okay. Wow. Some very interesting Pink Floyd album opinions in the chat. Sean Dent, some pretty moments of 5.5. Pretty serviceable. Can imagine myself existing in the 60s listening to this on a cruise. Fair enough. 3 out of 10 from Random Casual Gamer. Don't know what to say. Unless the lyrics are about something genius, it's just serviceable mid. 7 out of 10. Very pretty, but not a fan of the backing vocals, and it's not that well paced either. 7.5. Or 7 to a 7.5. Jonathan gives us 7 to a 7.5 as well. All right, we've reached the final track. I did completely forgot.
The final Sid Barrett song.
Sorry, yes.
In Pink Floyd.
Oh, this is the final Sid Barrett song.
Of Pink Floyd.
Of Pink Floyd, okay. The final track on Saucerful Secrets, also the final Sid Barrett song of Pink Floyd. I will probably have to pause it about halfway through. We're getting some copyright warnings. I thought I had fixed that, but I guess not. So we continue on to Jug Band Blues.
I want to go first.
And I'm most obliged to you for
Yeah, is this Sid singing?
Yeah. Lyrics are interesting on this one.
Did we need that vibrato right there? Is that a kazoo again?
Maybe. We're about to groove.
I think that's a kazoo.
For information, yes, that gets played in the trap house.
Let me pause here just for a second, just for a couple seconds, make sure we don't get taken down really quickly.
So how was that?
Well, we still got another minute and 15 to go.
I know, that thing that just happened.
Yeah, that was interesting. What are we doing? What the fuck was that?
I do like the ending to this album.
Okay.
Then what exactly is a dream? And what exactly is a joke?
Alright. There it is, Jug Band Blues. I'm a little stunned right now. I don't really know what to say. Noah, you said you wanted to go first, so let her rip.
This song tends to get a bit of a, I can't think of the word, reputation.
Okay.
And I think a lot of it is just due to the fact that it was the last song they made with Sid Barrett. I think the song tends to get overrated a good bit in the Pink Floyd communities. I mean, the acoustic parts are good. When Sid's singing, I think they sound very good. The horn section is goofy, but I like it. The entire psychedelic session, not a fan. I would give this song an 8.5.
8.5. Wow, Cole. You you just had a little expression come on your face right there.
Well, the beginning is pretty good. Don't care for most of the rest of it at all. The last like 2 lines at the end are solid, but just when they get into his psyche, when they just indulge his psychedelic bullshit, because he's just not that good at writing psychedelic music, it just gets tedious and annoying for me to listen to. But there was still some good, melodies when he was singing, and some cool lyrics. I'll give it that. I'll throw it like a 6.
6. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards Cole here. Really cool first minute and a half, and then we just go through a 45 seconds of what the fuck was that? Like, we had zero reason to do that. It just comes out of nowhere. A minute and a half of really cool, groovy jamming, and then and good lyrics as well. And Sid sounds fine. I like the way he's singing as well. He was good. And then he just does this psychedelic part of like crap, and then the rest of the song is just ruined off of that because I don't care about the last 30 seconds, not even 20 seconds or so either. It's a really wasted opportunity, I thought, to end on such a high note. It could have been like a 9.5. Instead, I'm left tasteless. It just feels weird. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Cole. 6 to 6.5. That was what a shitty ending, or what could have been so cool to an otherwise okay album, but it could have been so much better based upon that. All right, what does chat think? Number 9. It did sort of sound like the Revolution 9 part during that last part of it. Jug Band Blues is a 10, so beautiful and extremely dark as well, amazing. A 10? I don't know. I think that's a little high. You're on a pirate ship. Sid instructed them to play whatever, I can tell. 6.5 from Jonathan. -2 from Sean Dent. Not a Jug Band Blues fan. Weird horn section saw it up to 6 out of 10. Jug Band Blues is one of my top 10 Pink Floyd songs. Wish it had more lyrics. All right, average listener, fair enough. Song about him realizing he is losing his mind. It's quite amazing. Okay, if you say so. Still not a mass fan of the song, not super memorable, and the last section is just some Revolution 9 baloney. Still like it overall. 6.5 to 7 from Hugo. All right, we've gone through and ranked a saucer full of secrets. That means it is final rankings time. If you have never been here before, first of all, welcome. And second of all, what we do for our final rankings, we rank the top 3 of the album in order. We rank the album 1 to 10. And then for our Pink Floyd, for our discography rankings, we take all the albums we listen to in the Pink Floyd discography and put them in order. We've only listened, this is the second now, so this will be fairly simple. But let's start with our resident Pink Floyd fan. Noah, you are up.
All right, at number 3. 3, I'll go Let There Be More Light.
Let There Be More Light.
At 2, I'll go Seesaw. And 1, unironically, it's Corporal Clay.
You're serious?
Yeah, it is such a banger.
Wow.
It's such a groover. It is a trap house classic. It will remain in the trap house.
It will remain.
This album,
Okay.
I think is consistent, except for one big no. There's only 2 songs I don't come back to on this album, and that's Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun and the title track. At least this version of the title track. I think it's a good album. I think it's more consistent than Piper. I'd give it an 8.5.
Okay. I'd like to go next because I want to rebuttal one thing you said, but I'll do that after. And so you're putting this above Piper, I assume, in the discography?
Yes, I am.
Yes, he is. Okay. My top 3. Oh boy, it's gonna be. Did I give anything higher than a 7.5? I did not. Okay. I guess I will go. Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun at 3, Corporal Clegg at 2, and Let There Be More Light at 1. So you said this album is consistent. I am going to completely disagree with you on that. I think this is an extremely inconsistent album, actually. I think it has some highs, relative highs. I think it has some very low lows, like the title track. I think it kind of floats around being barely above a mid, but there's some songs that you go a little higher, like a 7.5. Some songs you go a little lower, like a 5.5 to a 6. Even low as a 4 to a 4.5. I think it's an extremely inconsistent album. The only consistent part of it is that it's consistently slightly above average, I guess, if you round it up and everything. But no, I think Piper was more consistent in terms of the rankings of the songs. That being said, I will give this album, I'll give it a solid 6 to a 6.5. Certainly not one I picture myself coming back to very much, and just not my style of Pink Floyd has commenced yet. Just not there yet. There's some psychedelic elements to it. Obviously, with Syd Barrett still being in the band, they're leaning heavily still on him, I'm sure, for that. But they're still finding their tone, and they're going to get there, but they ain't there yet. And we, just like with Radiohead, where we talked about their first 2 albums and how they just hadn't found what they were looking for yet, they'll get there. It takes Pink Floyd a little longer than Radiohead, but they'll get there. And yes, I will agree. Piper was the worst, and this one is better. All right, Cole.
Number 3, I'm gonna go Set the Controls. Number 2, Remember a Day, and number 1, Let There Be More Light.
Wow.
I like the first 3 songs of this album. I think the rest of it is pretty forgettable outside of like a few good moments here or there. I don't think there's anything that's like that terrible on this album. Just a lot of just whatever and kind of boring at times. But overall, it's okay. It's all right. But you know, I would. It's definitely better than Piper. That's easy.
You trash
right
Piper,
there.
so.
Yeah, I'm not a big Piper guy.
Not a big Piper
I wouldn't call myself a particularly big Saucerful Secrets guy either, but I do.
I don't consider myself one either. All right, what is your final ranking?
I'm gonna throw Saucerful Secrets a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, wow. Right around the same as me. Noah, you look a little surprised by that.
Disappointing. Very disappointing.
Disappointing. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. That was our Pink Floyd, A Saucerful of Secrets, second album ranking. Our next album will, of course, be Pink Floyd's third album, as we have to catch up. And then we will be going back and forth between Pink Floyd and Radiohead as we do. If you did enjoy it, leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Also, hit the bell to get notified when we upload our videos. And when we go live, we do all of these albums live, so you can come join us. And hopefully the albums, as we go through Pink Floyd and Radiohead's discography, might get more attention because of the more known capabilities they have. Let's just say that. I don't think Saucerful of Secrets is anywhere near the most popular Pink Floyd album that they have. So we shall see. But if you guys did enjoy, follow us on Twitter. We share when we go out. And see you guys in the next video. Oh, one last thing I forgot to say. Also, join our Discord. Links in the description of our live stream, our channel, every video. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Adam sighting.
Rare Adam sighting. All right, let's see what the chat was saying. 6.5 from Jonathan. Oh, wait, that was too far back. Corporal Clegg could use a Fire Trap remix. Piper is more inconsistent, but the peaks were higher. Saucerful better than Piper. Yes, I do believe Saucer was better than Piper. Hugo, 1, Corporal Clegg, 2, Let There Be More Light, 3, Remember a Day. Wow, Corporal Clegg fans out here. Okay. I've always considered this better than Piper, but honestly, hearing again, I feel like upgrading from a 7.5 to an 8. Wow. I did not. That's a little surprising. This album has less than 20 minutes of listenable material. Mark Rayner is not a Saucer guy. Just not it. It's more inconsistent than Piper, but I like it better. Oh boy, I have no idea how to say your name, so I'm just going to spell it. DOSC Wolney. 1, Set the Controls. 2, Saucerful. 3, Corporal Clegg, the first Pink Floyd political song. Jonathan, 1 Set the Heart, 2 Seesaw, 3 Corporal. I'd rate this album a 6.5 to a 7. Okay, a little bit bigger fan. Radiohead had bands like Floyd to show the path on I think you meant what not to do. Well, if they did, they certainly didn't listen to it for their first 2 albums for whatever fucking reason that is. Cole is Dennis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I haven't watched that show hardly at all, so I don't know who Dennis is. But Cole, do you agree with that?
I have not seen that much of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Cannot comment.
I like Piper more though. Yeah, Piper's not my cup of tea. I think a majority of chat was agreeing with that. 11 because I love the name of the album, Cosmic. Oh my lord. Some of these ratings are crazy. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate that. The song titles on this album kick ass. There's some cool ones.
I'm a fan.
I like the Set the Controls for the Heart of Sun, even if it's a little cringy. You guys got to watch Always Sunny. I've always wanted to watch it. I've heard great things, and every clip I see on YouTube just makes me want to watch it more. I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, join the Discord. Links in the description of our videos. Link in our Twitter. Link in our live stream. Hope you guys did enjoy our next stream. I'm not sure if we'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll see. We'll let you guys know in the Discord chat. If we do, it will be We'll figure it out. It's either going to be one of the paid album requests or the third Pink Floyd album, which is More, I think.
That or it's Umaguma. We'll see.
Okay. It's either More or Umaguma. Either be the third Pink Floyd album or one of the paid album requests. We're going to figure that out ourselves. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you for those who tuned in. We appreciate it. Have a fantastic...
More.
It is More. Okay, so there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night.